Welcome back to another Shadowverse gameplay video. Today, looking at the quests, win 3 matches, win 4 ranked, and some Haven or Dragoncraft. We will obviously be playing Havencraft because I do not have Wallet Dragon decks, and my only Dragon deck is Discard Dragon, which we may visit in a later episode. And for today, we will go ahead and play the Illustrious Stormhaven deck. Looking at the deck list, we got 3 Pinion, 3 Sacred Plea, 3 Manu, 1 Lyrial as a secondary 2-drop, 3 Hollow Dogma, 3 Black Inscription, 3 Aria, 3 Grimnir, 1 Erd, 3 Divine Birdsong. The Erd mostly for the surprise factor of, if you can blow up a Divine Birdsong, that's 3 burst. Because this deck doesn't really have too much burst from the hand. It's kind of, predictable when the amulets are on the board. We got 3 Priest of the Cudgel, 2 Birdkeeping Disciple, 3 March Hares. We're playing 2 Lion of the Golden City. It's a super amazing card. Just, even at 7 play points, and we have some Grimnirs, Erd, the Tin Soldier from March Hares, and the 1 Lyrial that are going to be able to proc it, bring it down to potentially 5 or 6 play points, which is amazing. Playing 1 Dance of Death just as another way, surprise direct damage. And of course, a 3 Garuda, the card that, glues the deck altogether, makes it super powerful, makes it heavy burst. I don't think the deck could be possible without the Garuda. I don't have any Moon L Mirages, so I actually don't know if that card's good at all. But I haven't seen, a lot of people using Moon, and people who do, it sees some amount of play, but I think this, more amulet focused deck, Lion kind of replaces the Moon, so no, it is what it is. And we're against Runecraft. So neutral Runecraft was nerfed a little recently. This could be D-Shift, or it could be in some sort of Earthright build. Honestly, these are all good against different matchups. Beast Call's bad against D-Shift, so if it's D-Shift, it's bad. Manu is good against all 3 of them generally. It's not really good against Earthright, I guess. It's good against D-Shift because they have trouble removing it. Priest of the Cudgel, I think we'll get rid of the Cudgel, even though Cudgel is pretty good in the matchup. It can deal with the Magic Illusionists, last word abilities. We will see though, if we see like an insight or something, that's gonna inform our decision. We do have a Sacred Plea here, which is, I think we still want to play it because we don't know what our opponent's playing. It could fuel, a kaleidoscopic glow, which is unfortunate, but so it is gonna be the Witch of Sweets. So it looks like a neutral version. I think we are just going to go ahead and play Beast Call. We want to start setting up for, the mid game. That is quite alright. So we could go Pinion Prayer with Manu. I think it's just better to go with the Grimnir here. It is actually going to reduce the cost of the Lion, and if we get another cost reduction, we'll be able to have a nice turn 5 with the Lion and the Pinion Prayer. And the Sacred Plea perfectly draws some cards exactly what we need. So how can we play this? We're definitely going to be trading using the Grimnir to deal a little bit of damage. So there's no way for us to get the Lion down to a 5-drop this turn, which is unfortunate. We would do that if there was any way to get that. So I'm going to go ahead and trade in with the Witch of Sweets. I don't think it matters too much. I guess for kaleidoscopic, these actually can be kaleidoscopic, which is pretty good. Hopefully our opponent does not kaleidoscopic our beast call next turn. That would be a lot of tempo lost. So we've been waiting for it for a while. We're not under a lot of pressure. We could just go divine. I don't mind just going divine in Pinion Prayer. It's a mana efficient way, and it'll allow us to cast, you know, the 3 spells, the Menu, Pinion Prayer, and Hollow Dogma next turn. We'll probably be using the Hollow Dogma. Beast Call's gonna crack. It depends. Angel Lord's kind of annoying, but then Unica, I mean, no Alice is really nice for us so far. We're gonna have a lot of different options on this turn. Another one of those Divine Bird Songs. So I will go ahead and trade in with the Unica. Pinion Prayer. Gonna try and save a little bit of life. Another Beast Call. That's pretty interesting draw actually. We're gonna evolve here. We've got to use some of these evolve points to protect some of our life total. The opponent can, you know, have some Gilgamesh Illusionist shenanigans in the later part of the game. And then we just need to decide if we want to play the Beast Call or the Menu. I think we're going to play the Beast Call. It's a very versatile line. I guess we could have lined into the Beast Call, but this gives us the option if we want to Garuda. Looks like our opponent might be going face here, which is a little unfortunate. But we have the option to Garuda the Beast Call or Lion in a Divine Bird Song. And the opponent decides to do nothing there, which is intriguing. That's the case. I like doing the Garuda here. It's surprising, and then it gives us a nice trade with the Tiger right here. Boom. That's gonna take care of that. And you know, although we're behind in some evolution points, it is 12-12. Our opponent, we have a nice board here. So I think we're in a, you know, a pretty decent position. A Felice can't come down here. Saha. So this is the bigger version of the deck with Saha Israfil. It's a little unfortunate for us. We're not in the greatest position after seeing that. We're gonna have, I think, the Regal Falcon left over, which is nice. Maybe this wasn't the greatest matchup, but it's kind of because our opponent's, you know, playing first in this type of matchup is. Unfortunately, the Lion is going to be 6 casting cost, 6 play points. So we're in a pretty bad spot here. I think our opponents, you know, if they're playing 3 Sahas, that should be their, you know, probably, you know, they've gone through 1/3 of the deck. There isn't really a good line here. The real only lines, you know, if we just play a Black Inscripture, it feels terrible. I think we have to go Lion Spirit into the Divine Bird Song and just hope that we can draw, you know, maybe a Garuda off the top or some, you know, some good stuff. Because luckily the Lion does trade with the Saha at 1 health. So we'd be in a really bad position if our opponent has another Saha into that, because as we know they do have an Israfil. If they don't on 8 mana, yeah, there's the Saha. The thing is there, since we knew they had the Israfil, we needed to play around them casting the Israfil. So if he casts the Israfil, he goes up to 10, gains 4, like life is huge. And I think that's just going to be the end. We're going to have to concede that, unfortunately. But we really needed to set up something before the turn 9, because on turn 9 they just slam down Israfil, gain 4 life, and we're in a horrible position. It's kind of a little difficult playing around that. Maybe I could have played the amulets a little differently. You know, maybe I didn't have to commit that much to the board if I knew that was the version that they were playing. But there are kind of 2 different versions. So, I mean, it's a little bit disgusting. Saha Israfil. I mean, I think I have like 1 Israfil. I don't really have the means to play that. Our opponent was obviously playing like a larger version of like a neutrally controlled. They play like a control-y version in the early game with the Felices. Maybe if they had Hectors, and you know they just have an immense late game compared to ours. Playing against Sword, so I'm thinking neutral Sword or ambush Sword. Probably not mid-range Sword, but it's possible. So we'll go ahead and keep these. Black Inscripture, very good card. Very good playing second as well. Sacred Plea, one of the ideal turn 1 plays. So it looks like our opponent is going to be playing the neutral version. Makes me, if I had a Pinion Prayer, probably be a better card. But we do have this little combo here if we need, if everything lines up perfectly, we will be able to, hopefully get something done there. We'll go ahead and take 1 damage. Not the end of the world. Another Sacred Plea, but we're just going to remove our opponent's followers. Hopefully they don't have any, crazy Alice plays, Grimnir here. Priest of the Cudgel somewhere here would be really nice. I mean, we do just have to play the Grimnir and hope to maybe draw a Priest of the Cudgel. That would be definitely the best draw we could have, especially if our opponent plays Alice, assuming they play Alice here. And there's the Alice playing first. 1, 2, 3, 4 draw from our opponent. So they're going to get a nice trade there, be able to hit us for 2. And all we need to do is draw the Priest of the Cudgel from 3 draws. We do not, unfortunately. We are going to be able to play Birdkeeping Disciple here. It's a little better than playing the Erd. The problem here is we're in like a really bad position. Our opponent has 5 on board. We're at a virtual 11, but 2 evolve. Assuming the 2 evolve points come add up to something. That's 4 more damage. We're at a virtual 7, and now they're playing an Ephemera. Like, we are not in good shape. That's going to be 9 damage. Puts us to 7. Yeah, this is not a good position, especially since they have 4 health. The March Hares is not going to be doing that well. We're going to have to trade in like this. Put 3 to the face, but we are not in a good position. I think if we went first this game, it would be kind of the same situation. We just really needed like Cudgel. Like with a Cudgel, we would have avoided a lot of damage. We would have avoided 3 damage on the previous turn and then avoided 4 damage on this turn. And I think we're just dead here. Yes. So yeah, we really needed that Cudgel. We had a decent amount of draws to it, but when your sword opponent just curves out really nicely, it's kind of difficult. This looks like it's going to be a quick video of me just losing. With I think Stormhaven it's a little less powerful than the neutral haven. It's a little more consistent because you have a lot of different amulets. The power level is still there, but it's more trickstery than like the neutral haven, I would say. Neutral haven really, you know, you need neutral followers, you need lion, and then you need an amulet. They don't play that many amulets. I think I still prefer this deck more, just because I like having storm cards, and I love the power level, you know, of all the cards. I love Birdkeeping Disciple. It's really cool card. Maybe not that good, but playing second against Dragon, I do not really like playing against Dragon that much. So certainly Garuda is a very good card against Dragon. I don't think I want it in my opening hand. I think Divine Birdsong's fine. You really do want like Aria or something. Pinion Prayer I don't think is very good against Dragon. Like I'm assuming it's going to be like a Storm Ramp Dragon. Go ahead with the Sacred Plea, you know, get some resources in our hand. Storm Ramp Dragon. Well, I guess like the Storm part isn't as dangerous as the Ramp part where they have, you know, a lot of life gain cards. Menu is, you know, one of the better 2-drops, I would say, because they don't really play Rahab anymore, so if our opponent's going to slam a Rahab here, it'd be really bad. And as you can see, there's the Dragon Summoner. Maybe another one? With Dragon Oracle. So, you know, being the fair deck that Dragon is, they're going to have, you know, 6 play points to my 3. I think we do just still go face. Divine Birdsong. Our opponent doesn't have the ability to evolve, so our menu's probably going to be sticking around. Hit us in the face. That's a fair play. I mean, we should chip our opponent down a little. I mean, 2 damage on the opponent I think is useless. Once you get to like, you know, 6 damage, then they're going to have a little bit of damage on them. So we have a bunch of interesting cards in our hands. So we can evolve just to deal damage. I don't think that's a really good line. I really just want to play the Priest of the Cudgel, which is also kind of seems like a weak line. At 7 play points, what does our opponent really have? That's going to be 2 for 1. They'll take out the menu and the Priest. In 1 card, that is, even with an evolve. Okay, that's fine. I don't really like playing the Priest in this way, but you know, to get rid of a bunch of 1/2s. But realistically, you know, a Savage Punish would be disgusting. I mean, it's not unexpected, but I've seen mostly Storm Ramp this expansion. I haven't seen too much Ramp, so you know, Saha Israfil, as we were just punished earlier in the video. I don't think I would enjoy that. But our opponent doesn't have, like, you know, even our Ouroboros doesn't really punish. Ooh, Siegfried. An Ivory Dragon. Okay, now I'm just confused to what our opponent has. Now I have no idea what's going on. That's interesting. Well, not the draw, just our opponent playing Siegfried. I think I do just want to remove Siegfried here. Then we have the option to play any of these. I'll just play a Divine Birdsong. We'll push a lot of face damage. I think that's the way to go. I mean, our opponent hasn't shown us a way to gain life yet. The black inscription there is a little aggressive. Our opponent plays Ouroboros. We're kind of in a horrible position. Well, not as bad, but kind of feels bad position because we'll have to commit a resource every turn. And there's the Ouroboros, which we did not want to see. Fortunately, they're out of evolve points at 9 play points. So I think we have to do this on this turn. If we don't attack here, we could be dead on the next turn to just another Ouroboros. Fortunately, it doesn't heal them anymore, but I think I'm just gonna play a Grimnir just cause. We are not in a good position. Fervor is exactly the card I did not want to see. The problem with the Storm deck is if it doesn't, get the Garudas, the March Hares, it starts falling behind it pretty easily. I mean, at this rate, we just hope our opponent does not have the. We need to hope our opponent doesn't have Bahamut, which, I mean, this is like the deck that I would assume has Bahamut because it doesn't look like it's the Storm version. This seems like the ramp version. So, hope they don't have Bahamut, and then I need to, top deck really well, preferably Garuda or Dance of Death, some sort of removal spell, but it looks like the Bahamut is coming, or there's the Bahamut. So, I mean, Dance of Death with a bunch of Garudas would be able to close out the game, but that's mostly our only hope, and it looks like that is not going too well, and we're just gonna have to get rid of that game. There's no way here for us to remove it. Our only removal spell is Dance of Death, and this would cost 4 play points if we try to dig for it. Unfortunately, just losing out with the Stormhaven deck. Playing second, not ideal. I think Stormhaven is kind of like, it's good against, it was really good, I think, a couple of weeks ago, or like maybe pre-nerf. I saw a lot of blood. Stormhaven, I think, is really good against blood, because if it's control blood, they have a hard time, removing, because like your damage, because a lot of it is storm, and then they have, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so, and then, aggro blood, they're dealing damage to themselves, and it's really hard for them to, answer your threats, because your threats are always bigger. So if you play first, you're in a really good position. Vengeance blood, you can easily storm them out once they hit Vengeance. Well, that was an interesting take on the Stormhaven deck. Unfortunately, we got played 3 matches, didn't get any of these at all. Wah, wah, wah. But, I mean, we had some fun. We played some interesting matchups, always went second, that adds to the loss rate a little bit. But I hope everybody enjoyed the video. As I said, the philosophy of my videos is, I pick a deck, I'm going to play 3 games with it. Sometimes maybe 4 if, they're really fast. But, I just want to pick a deck, be as, straight up with the deck as possible. I'm not going to show only wins or only losses. And unfortunately, in this case, we got only losses. But, that's the variance of the game. That's, going first, going second, drawing the right cards, drawing the wrong cards. But I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and I would like to remind everybody to rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.